On a quiet British heathland in late July, the landscape can feel remarkably still. If you scan the dry stems, you might spot the Brown Heath Robberfly. It appears unremarkable, a drab, gangly insect measuring barely 15 millimeters, resting in the sun. Then it leaves its perch, snatches a fast-moving, heavily armored wasp midair, and returns to its exact starting position in a fraction of a second. A wasp is a dangerous target, yet this fly routinely brings down prey that possesses significantly more armor and offensive weaponry than its own thin frame would suggest. That unassuming exterior provides the perfect camouflage for a biological toolkit designed for aerial assassination. The robberfly's hunting strategy is purely stationary. Instead of patrolling the sky and burning energy, it finds an exposed vantage point and waits for a target to enter its airspace. It uses the deep notch between its eyes to track targets across a massive field of view. Once locked, it launches its trap, 6 legs covered in stiff bristles. These spines create an inescapable cage, gripping the struggling prey in midair. The fly calculates the interception point in a burst of speed, ensuring the prey is immobilized before it can react. However, catching a wasp or a beetle is only the first step. These insects carry stingers and mandibles that can fight back during the grapple. That's why the fly has a mystax, a thick, bristly mustache. It acts as a physical shield, protecting the fly's eyes and face from the stings and bites of its captured victim. With the prey pinned and its own face protected, the fly deploys its primary weapon, a stout, piercing proboscis. It drives this spike through the weaker joints of the prey's exoskeleton to inject a cocktail of neurotoxic and proteolytic enzymes. These toxins instantly paralyze the target. Simultaneously, the enzymes liquefy the internal organs, allowing the fly to consume the nutrients as a liquid meal. This brief, violent adult phase is fueled by a long developmental history. The fly spends 1 to 3 years underground as a predatory larva, hunting beetle grubs and grasshopper eggs in the soil. From its years as a subterranean hunter to its shielded adult life, every stage of this insect is specialized to survive high-stakes encounters with dangerous prey. By preying on a wide variety of flies, moths, and beetle larvae, these insects act as a check on local invertebrate populations across multiple life stages. Despite its predatory success, the fly has a critical requirement. It needs dry, open, sandy soil to lay its eggs and for its larvae to develop. In many areas, these sandy patches are easily lost to dense scrub. Conservationists use controlled burns to clear overgrowth, keeping the floor open for the fly's reproductive cycle. They also introduce grazing livestock, like highland cattle, to prevent grasses from dominating the landscape and to maintain the diverse microhabitats the robberfly depends on. It is an ecological paradox. An insect that is a dominant killer in its own world would face extinction without active human management of its habitat. For decades, scientists struggled to even identify this species, relying on complex rules about leg bands and hair color to distinguish it from nearly identical lookalikes. Today, researchers with the Darwin Tree of Life project have sequenced the fly's entire genome, permanently untangling its identity through its genetic code. That tiny, unassuming fly on the sandy trail is a specialized predator with a lineage reaching back millions of years, an essential part of a landscape we are still learning to protect.